this is the big story here. Is the Taliban won in Afghanistan. After 20 years of war, they defeated the first military in the world and the allies. This is the big story. This is the story that is gonna impact and influence jihadi fighters around the globe for the next decade. The same way as the victory over the Soviets in Afghanistan in the 80s inspired the jihadis around the world during the whole 1990s and even afterwards. This is going to come into their storytelling. We've been able to achieve that.
All down the Kapisa Valley, and then you had the perpendicular valleys that were getting to the Kapisa River.
It's definitely showing that ISIS, as a global organization, is still in the game, is still able to target the United States, which is the sort of golden target that any jihadi organization could hope for, to be able to kill 13 U.S. service members in one blow. This is something that has not been managed by a jihadi organization in a long time, unfortunately. And in the jihadi sphere, this is a recruitment material, which is certainly important. Even though ISIS-K itself is not going to be possibly the very first beneficiary in terms of flow of fighters. And now that the victory was really at hand for the Taliban, it was important for ISIS to show that they were still in the game and that they were able even to disrupt and to spoil somehow the victory of the Taliban by showing that they were not in control of the country, and they could spoil the security and the sort of law and order that they said that they could enforce in Afghanistan, especially in the capital, in Kabul. ISIS was in tremendous need to show some victory at a moment again where Al-Qaeda was more on the upside in these days with the Taliban victory, and so it was important to show a big strike in Afghanistan. They were in need of media coverage. This is what terrorist groups are, after all. The one lesson from history of this 20 years of global war on terrorism is that you do not let sanctuary to these jihadi groups, because it's going to blow back on your security interests at home, and you're going to see at this point this kind of plots coming from the sanctuaries, and this is the risk of letting Afghanistan becoming a harbor of another terrorist. And
The extremism that appears to be spreading in Africa.